Well, well, well. Another celebrity's caught up in the college cheating scandal. Dr. Dre, but not for reasons that you think. So Dr. Dre, yesterday Dr. Dre threw shade at Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman, who you know are the main people involved in the college scandal at this particular time. Anyway, Dr. Dre posted that his daughter is holding in her hand an acceptance letter to USC. Now, that would be University of Southern California. It's a private school, and he's just a proud dad who happened to have texted that my daughter got accepted all on her own, no jail time, exclamation. So you know what he was poking fun at, right? It's pretty obvious. Well, people got at his throat after that, quickly, telling him, you know, how dare you? They did their research, only to find out that back in 2013, Dr. Dre and music producer Jimmy Iovine donated $70 million to USC to have a building named after them. And by the way, part of what will be studied in one of these buildings, a lot of science and stuff like that, like not music, smart stuff. So what do you think about that? Is Dr. Dre guilty? You know, guilty of what? Guilty of lying? Lying about what? So he donated the money a year before he got that $1 billion when he sold his Beats by Dre company. So now he's even richer. You know, 1 year later, he was even richer than he was when he was able to donate $70 million with Jimmy Iovine. And who knows how much of Dr. Dre's money the $70 million really was? What if he only had $5 in it? That's not the point. The point is that his name is on it, and I'm assuming it's a 50-50 split between the two of them. He took the picture down quickly, the picture of he and his daughter, but it's too late because people are going crazy. And my thought is he shouldn't have put it up to begin with. To me, this was honestly, this is what I think. It was a proud father who started with nothing. You know, we've seen the movie Dre, you know, he came from hard times. And now he's a role model in terms of business, not just the music industry. You know, he told Suge Knight, take all of my music and I'll start all over again. We saw it in the movie. And he started all over again, and look at him now. Look where Suge is. It's not illegal to donate money to schools, and unfortunately, public scrutiny will always be here. I do tend to believe that his daughter might have gotten in there on his own merit. Might have. But what if they let her in? Because, excuse me, daddy's got a building down the street, $70 million, which means somewhere he's got another $70 million, plus he just got, you know, a year later, all this money from Beats by Dre sale. It's just not fair that everybody's gonna have to be scrutinized based on where they donate and what they do. Well, good luck, girl, in school. And besides, you know what? Dr. Dre, this is gonna go away very quickly as long as you and your daughter just stay off social media. And when she finishes her freshman year, please do not post, my daughter finished her freshman year at USC. Just let it go away. People are so busy with other celebrities that they will quickly forget about this. By next week, I'll tell you. Now, this Mel B. Spice. She seems like one that enjoys being talked about. You know, sometimes I feel like she's almost fishing for it. You know what I mean? You know, people who love being in the spotlight regardless of what. I don't know, I mean, I like her and everything. She's on that America's Got Talent. You know, she's a Spice Girl. Well, she just revealed that she once slept with Ginger Spice. Well, I'll give you my opinion in a moment. She made the revelation on Piers Morgan's UK talk show. It took a while for him to get it out of her. That is, when you see a Spice in the audience, that's the one that wears the sneakers. Sporty Spice was in the audience. Ginger Spice is at home someplace watching this, probably gagging. Not this, but, well, maybe this too. Hi, Ginger. But watching Mel on Piers. Okay, so you watch and then we'll talk.
there were rumours that you and Jerry were, you know, more than just good friends. You'd had a little dabble. Anything you want to share with the group?
Oh. She had great boobs.
So you did?
Well, not really.
Did you or didn't you with Jerry Halliwell?
Well, what do you consider as doing it or not?
Did you sleep with her?
Yeah, we all slept in a bed together. But not like that, all of us.
Did you sleep with Jerry like that? Yes. Really?
Well, so what do you think? Because here's my thought. Who cares? And I'll tell you why. Because first of all, sexual fluidity is such a non-factor these days that who cares? She was trying to make it seem like it only happened once. To me, if you admit it once, that means it's probably more times. She wasn't right to share this if Jerry didn't know anything about this. Jerry's moved on with her life. Like, she's no longer of the Spice Girl image. She married some lord of the manor, like some fancy English guy. A duke?
No, she's still in it.
No, I know, but she married the dukes. Like, she doesn't
Exactly.
need the Spice
He's like
Girls.
an auto racing tycoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
A tycoon. He's not driving the cars, he's owning the cars. There's a difference. But, you know, the thing is that, so she's married to this guy. She's tried to change her image, and she still dabbles in music. She has some sort of music in the UK where she's a big deal to you guys over there. I don't know Jerry Halliwell for being a solo artist, but apparently you do. And she's going to be on tour with the Spice Girls when the girls' tour starts in 2 months, or in May. It starts in May. So this, all right, to me, the husband will get over it. He knew who he married to begin with. He married a Spice Girl. During the 80s, the Spice Girls were all that. Everybody was doing everything. I mean, everybody's doing everything now. It's just that, clap if this is not a big deal to you. Okay, how about this? How about clap if you were Jerry Halliwell, you'd be very upset. A smattering of people, not as many, but wow, you would? Well, Jerry has not spoken out about it. Reportedly, she's very upset. Mel B reportedly frantically tried to call her right after the interview and apologize, but so far, no word. Well, now let's play the other side of the coin. This gets us talking about the Spice Girls going on tour. You know, because, you know, try as you might, who's going to go see the Spice Girls when they go on tour? I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a American way. You know, in London, maybe people will run to see the Spice Girls. They're doing a world tour, and they're not bringing Posh Spice. She's not going on tour with them. So they're down to just 4 members. And they've got to do something to keep the interest. I mean, all the girls look great to me, and the music is good as long as they don't introduce new music, and they said they wouldn't. They're just gonna give us the zingers that we all know. And they've got a lot of them. But the other part of this is good for Jerry, you and your solo career, Jerry, because now this makes people talk about you like, oh, Jerry. Yeah. Wow. Anyway. The reunion tour of the Spice Girls without Posh Spice kicks off May 24th. If you care, that'll be in Ireland.
On cricket.
Mama June. Okay, please stop running. Come back to your TV. Please. Mama June's daughter, Pumpkin, is speaking out about her mother's arrest and the way she did it. Okay, remember last week, Mama June and her boyfriend Gina were busted with the crack at the gas station and the crack pipe and the needle. Okay. And some pills. And Mama June copped to all of it. And then they were arrested. These are the 2 mugshots. And then the cops told him to stay away from her and them to stay away from each other. Only as soon as they got out of the police station, they both got together right away and they went gambling in another part of Alabama. So this is crazy enough, right? Okay, so at the start of so we're in a new season of Mama June. Now, mind you, this was taped, the show was taped like 3 months ago. So this is real time, the arrest. The fake time is everything you see on TV because that was done 3 months ago. But just listen. So on Friday's episode of Mama June from Not to Hot, Pumpkin made a statement before the show, like, you know, warning us all. Take a look.
As you know, you've seen this stuff out in the media. And our family's going through a rough patch, but this year alone, we've had a lot of happiness. And when Mom and Alana were out in California, everything seemed good. The next couple months roll around and things took a turn. We're sharing our story and hope that it helps another family. And I sincerely want to thank our fans for always being there and loving and supporting us.
You know, it's great. Because if you're like me, whenever you get a warning message before a program that you want to watch it even harder, you know? So that was the warning message, and then the episode played. Pumpkin is with it. You know, she's smart. She looks just like June, doesn't she? She's with it, she's smart, as the family goes. I believe that what she's doing is she's setting it up, again, for Honey Boo Boo, so that when we gives Honey Boo Boo her own show, Pumpkin will be a part of the show, and we will respect what Pumpkin's opinion is as a respectable, smart one in the family. She didn't say anything bad about her mom or Gino, but she did do that preempt, okay? Then later on in the show, June made a shocking announcement. Take a look.
I'm pregnant. And everything else.
Come on, man, no.
Yes.
Well, I mean, how did it?
Very easy.
Man.
Your little friends swim up my river.
No, please don't be making no jokes. Dude, no, this ain't no boat. Please don't be making jokes. It's not.
And made a home.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up, dude.
This definitely wasn't the reaction that I was looking for. I don't know the next step in our relationship or what way it's going right now.
Does this mean Mama June is pregnant and smoking crack? I don't know what to say to you all. I mean, the episode was aired in October. The crack thing just happened a couple of weeks ago. But, you know, did that problem start a couple of weeks ago? Does she have a problem with drugs? What has she been doing all along? Gino has, I mean, this is really, I mean, if you do the math, she should be about 6 months pregnant now. So when she was in the gas station, and we all saw that Mama June looked like she gained weight. Remember when we showed you the footage? I don't want to pay for it again. I don't want to pay for it again, you know. But remember, we showed you the footage of her in the gas station, and I recall saying to you, and I think you guys clapped to the audience and said, yeah, she looks like she gained a lot of weight. That would have been her about 6 months pregnant. With the crack. You know, sometimes there are people who love being on TV so much, and they will do, you know, anything, and then it becomes sad. Mama June, I hope that this is not you. But I am shockingly interested in finding out. I don't believe she's pregnant. I think that might have been some bloating. They said that she threw up on the show. They said, well, you know what? When you get the gastric thing, sometimes you throw up. You know, if you eat too much and you start to stretch it, you throw up. You know, they said she threw up on the show, that I forgot there's one other thing that, oh, she missed her period. Well, who knows whether she missed her period or not? Only you and Mother Nature know whether you missed your period. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, you gotta come better with that. And another thing about when your weight goes up and down, if your weight goes up and down severely enough, you do miss a period or have a heavier period. Here we are talking about periods again. Try as I might want to do something else, I will be watching Mama June. You will be too if you're in. Friday night, 9 o'clock on WeTV. So, here's something that might be a good idea for you. What do you think about the TLC story coming to Broadway? T-Boz and Chili, I know that you're working on writing the treatment right now, so I'm just gonna take a poll from my co-host. That way you know whether to just go on with the rest of your day and put your pens down. Clap if you'd go see the TLC musical on Broadway. I would rather go on to my next story. There's nothing more to say. Honestly, there's nothing more to say. I mean, you all are really something else. You know, you are the tastemakers, you know what I'm saying? Broadway, all right, I'll continue. Look, you know, we are the tastemakers here at Wendy. You know, when we say it's cool, it's cool. When we say it's not, it's not. So, it originally sounds like a good idea because they're gonna do stories that we haven't heard before, and you know there's always more to a story. Like, I wanna know more about Pebbles and, you know, the demise of TLC and what happened. Because, you know, Pebbles now will sue them for just any old thing. So you're gonna have to write carefully if you're gonna write about Pebbles. I wanna know more about the relationship that Chili did have with their producer at that time, Dallas Austin. How deep was that relationship into cutting in to the group's, to the proper splitting of the money and such. And T-Boz was involved with, oh man, cute but mean, Mac 10. Mac 10 from the West Side. I wanna know more to that story. They're things to know. The problem is that I don't think that people much care anymore except for me because I have a nosy streak. And there's a few things that you need to be aware of, T-Boz and Chili. You know you can't say one bad word about Left Eye. If you say one bad thing, I mean one bad thing. And it doesn't even have to be bad if they tell the rest of the story pertaining to, and then you fill in the blank. Or, you know, one night she did this, boom. People are too sensitive and they will protest you and then your play will be shut down, you know, and people will shame you. It's too dangerous. And also, you should play yourselves. You shouldn't have stars. That way you cut down on the budget. You know? I figure, you know, you two still look young and sassy enough. You can play yourselves for the budget. You have Little Mama, who played Left Eye in the movie, play Left Eye on the play, and you have it unlimited release, like 6 weeks, six weeks only, off Broadway. Not on Broadway, but not off like on the gutter. You know, off someplace civilized, but you know, off Broadway. So look, they're working on the script right now. They're still shopping it. So far we don't have a theater, we don't have investors, and we don't have a script. Why are we talking about this thing? Sometimes we get the word about things a little bit too early. I like Gordon Ramsay. Do you like Gordon Ramsay? I like all the different shows that he does. I even watch the kids show, even though I don't like the kids on the show. You know, precocious kids knowing what to do with turmeric and, you know, stuff like that. You know, they talk all adult and they don't act like regular kids. It's like you're 9, kids. Stop, you know, act like a 9-year-old, you know what I mean? And I like smart kids, just smart in your own place, you know? So, Gordon happens to already have 8 kids. P.S. He's been married forever. His wife is pregnant with his 9th. Do you dress around your father like this? That's for sure. Daughter has on full belly in front of father, and son looks just like Gordon, right? Yes. Anyway, the kids seem to be lovely kids. You never hear about them doing anything wild, and I don't know whether they work with their father in any way, shape, or form, but Gordon says that if his kids want to work for him, see, I don't know whether he actually has some that do, and he just left that part out. They're out of luck. That's what he says. They're out of luck. He says that his kids can go F off to another chef if they want to work in a restaurant business because he won't hire them. Well, there's something to be said for wanting your kids to learn on their own And then once they get, like, I don't believe he meant this the way he said it. This is like a stupid thing that reads wrong. You know, it reads wrong in social media. He says he won't give his kids handouts. When he flies with the kids, they fly coach, he flies first class. Hey, I see nothing wrong with that. You know, he earned that. And it also depends on how long the flight is, you know what I mean? It depends on how long the flight is. I don't believe that he's mean to his kids or anything like that, but I do believe that what he's doing is he's teaching his kids the value of $1. And kids who are born into extreme wealth, like Gordon Ramsay has, sometimes lose the value of $1. And sometimes, you know, you want to catch your kids, you know you got them, but you don't want them to know you got them, so you send them out there into the world. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm no Gordon Ramsay, but that's kind of the way I feel about our son. Like, I'm not gonna give him anything, but I'll give him the world, but don't tell him. Anyway, it's Monday, and you know what that means. All hot topics all hour long. But this segment of Hot Topics is over. Up next, everybody, more chat about the inside scoop on Roseanne's explosive new interview. Grab a snack and come on back.